Can this device make your brisket more tender, juicy, and flavorful simply by putting it in and flicking a switch? In this video, I'm conducting an experiment to see if bombarding a brisket with high-frequency ultrasonic waves will make it better. So let's get smoking. Ultrasound is a higher frequency sound wave than we humans normally perceive on a daily basis. The technology is used in many different industries. The one you'll probably be most familiar with is in medical imaging. People use it for seeing what their little baby looks like as it's growing and to make sure that fetuses are developing properly. It's also used in ultrasonic cleaners to clean and sterilize things with little crevices that are hard to get to. It vibrates the air and water and cleaning solution in those little crevices and helps them clean more effectively. But surprisingly, it's also used in the food industry. For example, in meat processing applications, ultrasonic waves have been found to penetrate meat and create tiny little air bubbles or cavities. Studies have found that this cavitation inside of the meat may increase the rate of brining, enhance tenderness, and even inhibit bacterial growth. It's not exactly clear how it achieves any of these things, but my theory for why it speeds up brining at the very least is that brining is controlled by something called diffusion, which is governed by something called Fick's law, which basically says that a solute, such as salt, will move from an area of high concentration over here to an area of low concentration over here, depending on how high the concentration of salt is over here. So the higher the concentration of salt over here, let's say it's in the water next to the meat, and the lower the concentration of salt in the meat, the faster the brine will diffuse into the meat and everything will come to equilibrium faster. And there's other factors that govern the rate of diffusion in addition to the initial concentration, such as temperature is a big one, and how big the pathways are inside of the meat itself. And my theory is that these ultrasonic waves through cavitation could be raising the temperature inside the meat, or they could be opening up the cavities to have a larger size so more of the solution can get through much more easily, or it could be both of those things or something else. But in any event, the scientific studies that I've read have pretty much concluded that ultrasonic brining does work and it speeds up the diffusion process and the brining process. As for why it might tenderize meat, some theories are that it ruptures the muscle cell tissues and it kind of tears apart the muscle fibers a little bit so it's easier to bite through. So that's one more theory about how it could make meat more tender. And in terms of how it inhibits bacterial growth, it's possible that at least with some bacteria, those ultrasonic waves vibrate and rupture the cell walls of those bacteria and actually kill them, or they inhibit them from growing. But for the purposes of this video, I'm most interested in how ultrasonic technology can speed up the brining process and also tenderize the meat, particularly as it relates to brisket, because a lot of you will know that I am on a mission to make the perfect brisket. So, not having thousands of dollars to buy laboratory-grade experimental ultrasound machines, I looked at the closest, most affordable thing available to consumers like me, and that led me to VEVOR, the sponsor of this video. VEVOR was nice enough to send me one of their 15-liter ultrasonic cleaning machines. These machines are great at cleaning small things with little tiny cavities that are hard to reach, like small grill tools, jewelry, coins, utensils, and other things. For example, I use it to clean my meat tenderizing jacquard because I use it on chicken, and there's a ton of little cavities in it that I can't really reach and clean, but I just pop it into the VEVOR ultrasonic cleaning machine with some cleaning solution for a few minutes, and I know it's sterilized. If you want to pick one of these up, it's a great machine. I'll leave a link to it in the description section below, so go check it out. But the big question for this video is, will it brine a brisket faster than the normal method of brining, and will it make it more tender? To test it out, I equilibrium brined a brisket and checked the salinity level using my salinity meter every day until it came to an equilibrium salinity of 0.75%. This took 17 days total, really long time. Then I trimmed a second brisket to the same weight as the first brisket and equilibrium brined it in the VEVOR Ultrasonic Cleaner. The timer on this machine is only 30 minutes maximum. It can't continuously run. So I turned it on for 30 minutes every 4 hours, except obviously when I was sleeping. So the machine was on for a total of 2 hours every day during this test. After checking the salinity level with my salinity meter every day, the brine reached an equilibrium of 0.75% in just 8 days. So in other words, the ultrasonic brine brisket came to equilibrium and brined twice as fast as the regular method. I then weighed and seasoned both briskets, then smoked them to 165 internal. I then foil boated them and continued to cook them until they got to around 190 to 195 internal. Some spots got up to 200, but on average it was around 190 in total everywhere that I probed. Then I wrapped them in foil with some tallow and ghee, and I held them for 18 hours at 150 degrees in my holding oven until I got to the taste test. All right, guys, it is the next day, and we have both briskets here. The experimental brisket is right here. This is the one that was brined with the ultrasonic cleaner, and this is the brisket that was equilibrium brined for a really long time in my fridge without the ultrasonic cleaner. So we're going to cut into the regular brisket first. But before we get into that, I did weigh out both of the briskets, and what I found is that the ultrasonic brined brisket actually lost 1.6 percentage points less of moisture, which is about a 3% increase in moisture retention against the regular brined brisket. The regular brined brisket retained 55.7% of its weight, and the ultrasonic brined brisket retained 57.3%. So that doesn't seem like a huge increase in moisture retention, 3% basically between the ultrasonic and the control brisket. But when you think about it, that's about 60 grams. So if the normal brisket retained 3% more moisture, it would have retained 60 more grams of water. So that's this much. That's a quarter cup of water, which is no joke. Think about that amount of water being redistributed throughout this entire brisket. That means that every bite that you have is going to be much more juicy. So 3% increase in moisture retention, that kind of leads me to believe that the ultrasonic cleaner might have been doing something. Okay, let's cut into this guy right down the middle. And I'll give you a look. So again, this is the control brisket. This is the brisket that we brined for 2 weeks, equilibrium brined. It's looking really juicy. It actually turned out really well. I smelled a little bit of an off smell after 2 weeks of brining that made me think the brisket might have gone bad, but I'm not really smelling any off flavors or anything like that, so that's a good sign. Okay, let's take a bite of the point here. I'll give you guys a look. That's a nice looking point slice. It's pulling apart really easily. Let's give it a taste. Hopefully it doesn't kill me. It's really good. It's well salted all the way throughout the meat, all the way to the interior. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna put this somewhere where there's no salt on the board and just cut away the outside edges. So I'm only getting the interior, and I'll see how salty it is. Yeah, it's salty all the way to the interior, which tells me it was completely brined, and it's really tasty, really tasty. Okay, let's take a slice of the flat, just for good measure. That's a crappy slice. Get rid of that. Here we go. Okay, I'll give you guys a look. Nice, well-rendered fat cap. Pulls apart really easily. Let's see how it tastes. Nice and evenly salted all throughout the slice. Ton of flavor, really loving this brisket. It's not just the flavor on the outside of the bark, which is what you normally get on a normal brisket. It's all the way to the center. And also, because we didn't have a very high percentage of salinity, the meat still retained a lot of moisture, and it doesn't have that jerky texture that you sometimes get when you cure meat at a higher salinity level. So it's really nice. It worked out exactly how I wanted it to. So now let's take a look at the ultrasonic brined brisket. I'll just cut right in the middle of it. So this is the brisket that we brined in the ultrasonic cleaner for a few days instead of 2 weeks. It's looking really nice and juicy. Looks very similar to the other brisket. Smells about the same. It's a good looking brisket, so let's cut into it. Okay, let's take this slice. This is a little bit thicker, but I think it's pretty well rendered, so it should pull apart pretty easily. It's looking nice, pulls apart super easily. Nice fat cap rendering, probably better fat cap rendering than the other one. First bite, it was a lot more salty than the other one. Well, not a lot more salty, but noticeably more salty, and it's more tender. Now, I don't know if that's because I just cooked the point to a higher temperature, or maybe the ultrasonic cleaner actually tenderized the meat a little bit, or the collagen, but it is a little bit more tender. And I think we got better salt penetration on this one. So let's take a cut of the point here, and I'll just move it to the side. I'll cut off the very edges, so I'm only getting the very center. So you can see that I just took this like core sample out of the brisket. So this would be the very center of the brisket that is the hardest to brine. So if it's salty, that tells me that it came to equilibrium, or came close. Yeah, it's nice and salty on the inside, so that is a good sign. So let's try out the flat here. We'll do a quick pull test here. Pulls apart nice and easily. It's really well salted throughout the flat, really good flavor. So in conclusion, I honestly did not think that the ultrasonic cleaner was gonna do anything, guys. I looked at the scientific articles and I saw that there is evidence for it, but I thought, like, how could this apply to just buying a ultrasonic cleaner off the internet and brining your brisket in it? But based on this experiment, we now have some evidence that an ultrasonic cleaner you buy from the internet can actually help you brine a brisket much faster. In this case, it helped me brine a brisket in a couple days as opposed to a couple weeks, and I achieved the same level of salinity and the same saltiness when I actually tasted it as the brisket that had been equilibrium brined without the ultrasonic cleaner for 2 weeks. And the weight loss in the ultrasonic brine brisket was actually less than the regular equilibrium brine brisket, which shows that the ultrasonic cleaner might have actually done a better job at brining this brisket than just leaving it for 2 weeks in an equilibrium brine would have done alone. That being said, I did another experiment on some chicken breasts, which are a much leaner cut of meat than brisket, and I found that the ultrasonic brined chicken breasts that I brined in the ultrasonic cleaner for 24 hours didn't come out any more salty and didn't reach equilibrium, according to my salinity meter, any faster than the chicken breasts, which weighed the same amount and were using the same amount of water and the same amount of salt, but they were just brined normally at refrigerator temperature without the ultrasonic cleaner. So I think it's still up in the air, but the science does back it up, and the experiment that I did in this video with the brisket appears to back it up. So if you guys are really interested in equilibrium brining, or maybe you're really into curing bacon or curing other meats, then I think that the ultrasonic cleaner could actually help you potentially cure those meats faster than just an equilibrium brine. Would you do this for a brisket? I don't know if the juice is really worth the squeeze. I think it depends on you. Personally, I like to make the best brisket possible, and I found that brining the brisket at a very low salinity level helps add some more saltiness all the way throughout the brisket, so I like to do it, but it adds quite a few days onto your brisket cook, and for a cook that's already gonna take 1 or 2 days, that might be asking a little bit too much. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and if you're interested in getting the ultrasonic cleaner that I used in this video, I'll put the link below. Thank you to VEVOR again for sponsoring this video and sending me that ultrasonic cleaner. I will see you in the next video, guys, and happy smoking.